Welcome, everyone, to the Shotsuki Monthly Memorial Service for January. I'd like to thank all those who made this service possible. Reverend Gibbs, our organist, Cathy Kumagai, the flowers, which are beautifully done every time by Kyoko Okuda Gibbs, and the streaming of the service by both Alan Goto and Cathy Kumagai. On the first Sunday of each month, we observe the monthly memorial service, Shotsuki Hoyo, in honor of those members of our Buddhist community who have passed away during the respective month in which this service is being held. Sensei will now read the names of those loved ones who passed away in the month of January, in whose memory this morning's service is being conducted. For those of you observing today's service in recognition of family members or friends who have passed away, please come forward as Sensei reads the name of your departed loved one to offer incense in their honor.
Thank you, Cathy. I will then read the names of our Shotsuki Hoyo honorees for the month of January. We put anyone's name on here that you ask us to. If you have someone you want to recall that we have not been made aware of, please tell us. We'll add the name. So I will. Those we know we have lost in the month of January. Akita Hiraku, Arlima Matsu, Baba Oka Mikio, Fukueda Shigeyoshi, Fukumoto Kiyosaku, Fukumoto Seisaku, Furumoto Ikuo, Furuichi Tomizo, Furuichi Yoshiko, Goto Hisayo, Hashimura Frank, Hayashi Hirai, Hayashi Shizuko, Higashioka Hanae, Hino E, Hirakawa Hyakutaro, Hirata Harumi, Hirata Sakuji, Hatta Michio, Ishida Kiyoshi, Ito Toshiko, Kaida Nisaburo, Kamon Ayako, Kawamoto Asayo, Kawamoto Hisako, Kawamoto Rikimatsu, Kawamoto Yasuyo, Kawasaki Natsuko, Kawashima Haru, Kazuaki Joe, Kikawa Roy, Kobayashi Kentaro, Konishi Genhichi, Kurashita Nao, Matsuba Ariyoshi, Nagata Toshio, Nagatani Ichiro, Naito Teru, Nishimoto Bunso, Nishimoto Bunso, Nishimoto Masao, Nishimoto Mine, Nishimoto Shigeko, Nishimura Matsuyuki William, Nishimura Matsuyuki William, Ogawa Kunai, Ogura Sada, Oka Seiichi, Okara Sachiko, Okumoto Hinayo, Omori Daisuke, Omura Fumio, Omura Katsutoshi, Omura Matsuhira, Omura Suematsu, Ochi Shige, Oshita Rikichi, Oshita Yukimatsu, Otani Kazuyoshi, Oyama Johnny, Oyama Masajiro, Saeda Seiichi, Sakahara Isamu, Sakiyabu Genichi, Sano Otomatsu, Sano Sarajiro, Shimizu Senjiru, Sugasawara Yo, Sugimoto Masa, Sugita Matsue, Taketa Iku, Teramae Yasunobu, Terasawa Ryo, Thomas Kimio, Toimoto Shichio, Tokimori Yoshimatsu, Tomono Setsuko, Trexler Daniel, Tsuchimoto Kazuyoshi, Uchiyama Hichiro, Umeta Kiyoshi, Umeta Zenichi, Ueda Kyoto, Wakabayashi Yasujiro, Yamada Marjin Kazuko, Yamane Akira, Yamane Isuyo, Yamanaka Michiko, Yamanaka Noboru, Yamasaki Lin, Yamashita Tomejiro, Yamashita Roy Yoshio, Yano Shizue, Yashiki Sakaichi, Yoshida Yozo.
Thank you very much for reading those names and honoring those who have passed away this month. Could I have the Sangha please rise for a short meditation? Remember one thing, that you should not leave this earth until you have made it a little more beautiful, a little more lovelier, a little more loving. Osho. Namamida Butsu. Namamida Butsu. Namamida Butsu. Thank you. If you could please be seated. Sensei will lead us in the Sutra chanting. He will first preface it by Shishin Rai, which he will go ahead and chant, and then we will join him for Sambutsuge, page 33.
Yes, thank you, Cathy. Thanks for your help. My written version of the schedule is always wrong. I always I left off the reading of the names and the Shishinrai, but Cathy and Cathy have both adjusted, and I talked with Ellen just before the service. So I will chant Shishinrai, which is to acknowledge the presence of the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, and to place our reliance upon the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Then I'll have you join me in the Sambutsuge. Shishin kei ilei namo shochiu hu shishin Shin Kei Ilei Namo Tyochiu So Shishin Kei Ilei Namo Shochiu Ho. Busatsu Daimoryo Jukyo Sanbutsuge. Please join us from page 33. Kogen Gigi Ijin Mugoku Myode Enmyo Muyotosha Nichigatmani Shuko Enyo Kaishtonpe Yunyaku Jumoku Nyorai Yogen Tote Murin Shogaku Daion Koru Jippo Kaimon Shojin Sammai Chie Itoku Muryo Shusho Keu Jintai Lennen Shobuten Hokai Ojin Jinno Kugo Gaitai Mumyo Yokunu Seison Yomu Ninno Shishi Jintoku Muryo Kukun Kodai Shie Jinmyo Komyo Itho Shindo Daisen Ganga Sabutsu Saisho Kado Shoji Mihu Gedaten Kuthe Joi Kainin Shojin Sammai Chie Ijo Kothe Tokobuten Tugyo Shigan Ithai Kuku Ithadayan Keshi Ubuten Yakuthen Nokuman Muryo Daisho Shunyo Godya Kuyo Issai Shito Shobuten Kunyo Gudo Kensho Hungyaku Hinyo Godya Shobuten Tekai Ufu Kage Mushu Tetendo Komyo Shisho Henshi Shokoku Nyode Shojin Ijin Nanryo Yogata Buten Kokdo Daichi Goshu Kimyo Dojo Chodaten Kokunyo Nayon Nimu Toto Gato Aimin Dodaten Isai Jippo Laisho Shinnaten Shoujo Ito Ga Koku Keilaku Annon Kobuten Shinmyo Sega Shinsho Otogan no Hi Rikisho Shoyoku Jippo Seison Chi E Muge Choryo Shison Shiga Shingyo Keiryo Shinshi Shoku Dokuchu Gagyo Shojin Ninju Huke Namandabu 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 Kani shikudoku Jodo sei isai Doon monai shin onyo Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you, Sensei, for doing the first chanting of the year. Will the Sangha please rise for the Gatha? Ondoku-san 2. It is on page 146. And if you could remain standing after the Gatha for a reflective recitation, which will be led by Sensei, the three treasures on page 10. So first, Ondoku-san on page 146, and it will be followed by the three treasures on page 10. To page 10 on the three treasures.
The three treasures, I will do the first part and have you join me in the body of the reading. How rare and wondrous it is to have been born into human life, and now I live it. How rare and wondrous it is to be able to listen to the Buddha Dharma, and now I am able to hear it. If I do not transcend the world of delusion in this life, when will I ever attain spiritual liberation? May I, along with the entire Sangha, with sincere heart and mind, rely on that which can be truly relied on in life, the three treasures. I rely on the Buddha. May I, along with all sentient beings, awaken to the great path with my entire being and discover the highest aspiration, which is to become a Buddha. I rely on the Dharma. May I, along with all sentient beings, deeply reflect on the meaning of the sutras and gain wisdom that is as deep and vast as the ocean. I rely on the Sangha. May I, along with all sentient beings, become one Sangha of life, able to move forward and live with a dynamic spirit that is hindered by nothing. The unsurpassed deep and wondrous Dharma, even in millions of kalpas, is extremely difficult to encounter, but now I am able to experience and embrace it. May I come to understand and revere the true meaning of the Tathagata. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you very much. Please be seated.
Thank you. Sensei will now will do his Dharma message, and the theme today is All Together Now.
Thank you, Cathy. And thank all of you for attending this service, and those at home who are watching this, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for those who were able to come today. It's not quite as cold as it has been, so thanks for making the journey. As always, I too must thank the temple members who have helped to assist in presenting this service. Alan Goto, our videographer, and also provides tech support. Cathy Kumagai, playing organ and providing tech support. Cathy Mikuni chairing the service today, and Kyoko Okura Gibbs preparing the Naijin and the flowers. Now this is our first service of the new year, so Happy New Year. This is also our Shotsuki Hoyo service, where we have a memorial for those we know passed away in the month of January. So if you're here to honor a deceased loved one, please accept my condolences, my sincere condolences. I'm sorry for your losses. I'm very sorry. And such is the nature of our life. Such is the nature of human life. One minute we're saying, congratulations, and the next minute we're saying, I'm so sorry. It's the truth of our life. You have to, both poles are there. Both poles are real. Today's service is dedicated to those whose names I read aloud a bit earlier. They are friends and family we've lost in the month of January in one year or another. We read their names aloud at a Buddhist service to honor them, to remember them, to remember our loved ones in a context that is reverent. People whom we've been close to, we hold on to even after they pass away. This is the human reality. I guess common logic is that when you cope with death, you have to let go of those whom you've lost. And I hear that on, just let them go, move on, focus on the present. That's wrong. Did somebody tell you that when someone you love died? Oh, just let him go and move on and deal with the present. No, hold on to him, hold on to her. Don't let go. Jimmy Carter died 6 days ago, so fly your flags at half-mast. Think about him. Think about the paradox of Jimmy Carter. The most popular president in history, except during the 4 years he was in office. As I was the best ex-president ever, right? We're sorry that he's gone. I'm sorry that anybody's gone. I'm sorry to lose anybody. Fly your flags at half-mast. Don't just forget about it. My mother died 33 years ago. I don't just forget about it. I didn't just forget about it so that I could move on. We're here today to remember those we love, not to forget. Not to forget so we can go on with our daily affairs unmolested, untroubled. When my mother died, it was a shock. Remembering her every day for the first year or so, it was like walking around with a backpack full of rocks, a burden. Remembering my mother's gone now. After about a year, it was more like having a solar cell on your back, an energy-producing engine on your back. Every time I remember my mother, I feel stronger. Every time I think of my mother, I feel more centered and more composed. Don't forget your mother. Don't forget your father. Don't forget your husband. Don't forget the people you love. Common sense is often neither common nor sensible. Forget it. Hold on to them until the day you die. Don't let go. Hold on to your loved ones and don't let go of them. If they pass before you, carry them with you. They won't be a burden. When you remember them, it will lighten your load. We are on our way somewhere very good. In the Pure Land stream of Mahayana Buddhism, we are on our way somewhere very good. We are on our way to somewhere wonderful and fulfilling, and we are on a very large and spacious vehicle. So we will take those we love along with us. We wish to enter the light and the warmth with everyone. We want to guide all persons of goodwill to fulfillment that is out there for us, the fulfillment that we know we're moving into. We want to carry all persons of goodwill into that light and goodness, and the Buddha does too. How many people would that be, you think? How many people on this planet are persons of goodwill? 2.5 billion? 4.5 billion? But something deep in our heart says that everyone must be liberated. Everyone must be saved. So that's about 8 billion people. We're in a big boat here. We're going to need a bigger boat. We're going to need a really big boat, and we got one. The vow of the Buddha is an immense vehicle, and it is carrying us right where we need to go. Hongan Riki, the power with which the Buddha fulfills the promise to us all, is an immense ship, a massive vehicle, a colossal conveyance. But it's still going to take a lot of time. And again, we need room for more than 8 billion people. There's a little more than 8 billion people. And, you know, we must take our pets along, too. I'm not going to leave behind Sheppy or Missy Kitty or Baby Kitty or Fella, Space Captain, Sister Kitty, Queenie. Every pet that I've been connected to, I am worried about them. And I see them as having a renewed subjectivity beyond the life I knew of them. I have to make sure they're okay too. Now, there are some other religions that deny that there's a doggy heaven or a kitty paradise. Amida Buddha's Pure Land is for every living being, every living being. Not only are dogs and cats welcome, they're pre-check. Have you seen that cartoon on the internet? You got these people, they're up behind a podium like this to get into paradise, and the clerk is there. Oh, well, okay, maybe. Well, you got this now. Well, maybe. And then over here it says pre-check, and all the dogs and cats are just running into paradise. That's the truth of it. The Buddha's Pure Land is real. And Amida's pure and joyous realm is open to all living beings, every living being. It's a new year, it's a new day. Let's have new eyes to see the dawn. Let's carry on. Let's have in our minds all those we've loved. Don't let go of anybody. Let's remember everyone we loved who's gone. Let's have in our minds all those we care about. Don't let them go. They are solar cells. They are energy-filled bonds that we have with them. Those bonds we have with our deceased loved ones are sources of energy for us. It's not a burden. Don't forget them. The Buddhist light is working to liberate us all, every living being. And we will help with the Buddha's work. We'll help with the Buddha's work of liberation in the future. Right now, we just need to step aboard. In fact, we just need to realize we don't need to step aboard. We're aboard right now. The ground on which we are standing is moving into the light. Where you are right now is a movement into goodness, truth, and beauty. We're going to take everybody along. We're going to take our deceased mothers and fathers and our deceased life partners. We're going to take our deceased pets, our dogs and our cats. We're going to take our Christian and our Jewish friends. We're going to make sure they're okay. They may be okay already. Anybody who's not okay, we're going to carry into the light one day, because we're going to be part of that Buddha's activity, part of that Hongan Reiki, the power of fulfilling the promise to everyone. Everyone needs to come into the light and the warmth, and we will draw them in. We will be part of the process of drawing them in. We will join into the Buddha's light and be part of the very process of liberation. This is our future, and it's not just a future for us, it's a future for our families, it's a future for our family members who are still here, it's a future for our friends who are deceased, it's a future for our friends who are Buddhist. It's a future for our friends who are not Buddhist. The light is extending to everyone, and just know that the light is touching you now. The truth is embracing you now, and we will be part of that process of leading others into the light one day. That's the message that I have today for the Shotsuki Hoyo service. Shotsuki Hoyo, the exact month of passing. For some of us have lost someone this month. All of us have lost someone. We will see them again, and will be part of the process of their liberation. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for attending the service. I will close the Dharma message portion of the service with Kansho, posture of respect and unity, and ask those who are of a mood to join me in saying the Buddha's name just a few more times. all together now. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Da Butsu, Namo Da Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
Sensei, thank you for your hopeful, inspiring, and really inclusive message for the coming year. Can I have everyone rise for a final reflective reading? And I'm going to kind of paraphrase from an article that Sensei wrote. Karma is a relaxing thought, because he uses Taylor Swift's song called Karma. A certain song can be adapted to express the feeling of someone who relies upon and rides upon Amida's vow power, how it feels to know that your lifetime of mostly bad karma has been dissolved in the purity of Buddha's karma. From Taylor Swift, sweet like honey, karma is a cat, purring in my lap, 'cause it loves me. Me and karma vibe like that. These particular lyrics quoted here express what we should feel if we say the Nembutsu and rely upon Buddha's kindly help. Again from Taylor Swift, karma takes all my friends to the summit. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you. If everyone could please be seated. Any announcements? Okay. Anybody else?
Hi, I don't see Jeannie here, so I will be Jeannie. We have a couple of events coming up, and one of them is BWA fundraiser on January 20th at Shakers on Fair Oaks from noon until 9 p.m. There's lots of TVs, there's lots of stuff happening. It's also Martin Luther King Day, so if you feel like you need to eat that day, come join us and eat and with us at Shakers, and BWA will earn 25%. Also, I believe that Hoonko service and our general membership meeting is next Sunday. And Jerry, can we still reserve bento? You don't think? Okay, so. Okay, and I believe classes have restarted again. I'll let Sensei tell you about his classes.
Maybe it has something to do with the fact that there's 4 NFL games going right now. But the other announcers are not here, so I will just tell you, everything's as usual now. We're back to work. We're back to the regular schedule. So I'll be here Tuesday night for a meditation class, 6 p.m., study class, 7 p.m. We'll be here for Tai Chi, 1 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday in the gym. Hope to see you, and I sure hope to see you next week. What is considered our most important service of the year, the Honko service, our memorial service for our denominational founder, Shinran Shonin. And although it's a memorial service, he's been gone for 801 years, something like that. And he's been gone a long time, and it's really a celebratory event. We're so glad he was here and he taught us what he did. So please come join us next Sunday at 10 a.m. if you can, and I'll see you during the week if you're able.
Thank you again, Sensei. So let's welcome this new year with renewed hope again and inspiration, and to do something kind and good to others to make this a better world. If you have not offered incense yet, please do so. And thank you very much for attending this service to honor all those who have passed away in January and to welcome in the new year. Thank you very much.